that. And so if I am so focused on staying on the line, I can't fulfill my assignment. But my God is big enough to handle my fall, my strokes, grubs, my mess ups, because he's already prepared for what I might do. He knows what I'm going to do before I do it, and he already made preparation for me before I get there. What follows darkness is light. That darkness is the indicator that light is getting ready to shine. So there it is in Genesis, when darkness was upon the face of the deep, and God in the spirit form moved upon the face of the waters, and then God said, let there be. Because darkness precedes the light. Are you understanding what I'm saying? But he needs the darkness there so that God can move upon the face of the deep, so that the shift can take place. Listen, look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor that shift take place in the darkness. I got to hear what I just said. Everybody's not going to see the shift that's happening. They see the chaos, but they don't see the shift. They see all the craziness going on in your life, but they don't understand that underneath the darkness, God is moving in secret. He's moving in quiet. He's moving in the hidden places. He's moving in the cracks and the corners and the crevices. He's moving in places that you cannot see. And when the light comes, they're going to see a new order. But untying. And so the universe then has no choice. First attribute of the secret place. The secret place is a place of revelation. It makes you free because it awakens you and makes you consciously aware that everything that you thought was holding you is an illusion. And good evening, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to Emerge the Movement. I'm your host, Isaac Miles, and I'm so glad that you decided to join me this evening as we expand our consciousness, our understanding by having these conscious conversations together. Our goal is to empower you as you are on your journey towards spiritual wholeness, to provide you with the tools that you can use in order to create and curate the life that you most desire. I'm so excited to be able to share with all of you that are on with me tonight, especially for those of you who have been participating in the 90 days of abundance. It's been absolutely phenomenal so far. And Diana, I saw your question. No, as long as you haven't broken the chain, then you're okay. Just stay on task with what we're doing right now. Continue to follow through as long as you haven't missed a day of doing your meditation, okay? So you're good. But thank you for those of you that's been participating in it. If you have, I know you've been having a phenomenal experience. I know I have. It's been absolutely great, intense, and then it is aided and intensified or elevated by the time period that we find ourselves in. And I promise you, I didn't plan it this way. It just seemed I wasn't even really thinking about what was the time period that we were in until after we planned on doing the 90 days of abundance. I thought in terms of planning to do it during the harvest season. I did plan that. But I did not plan for the planetary alignment that is taking place, and it just happens to be right in alignment with it. That's a divine action, a divine intervention by the all of everything, by God, the Creator. Because we don't believe in accidents and coincidences around here. We know that everything happens for purpose and reason. And so the reason that I felt so urged and led to get into this particular event, this practical plan for you to experience abundance at this time was because of the time period that we are in. And that's what we're going to get into tonight, as we talk about mastering and managing your energy. Managing and mastering your energy. Now, before I go too far, please take a moment and do become a Toya Coffee and tag as many people as you possibly can. Invite them to come over and be a part of this conversation live with us while we're on the air, and then share this broadcast right now live on your page. Go ahead and take about 30 seconds and do that real quick. Share. Like this page as well, and this broadcast. Give me some hearts on there, some hearts or some loves or laughs, whatever, but certainly interact with the video. That helps the algorithm and getting it out to more people, and more people are able to tune in and see and take advantage of this conscious conversation that we are having here. So please do that for me right now while we're preparing to get into the teaching for tonight. Okay, so we want to talk about, I want to spend some time talking about managing and mastering your energy. Hold on a second. Let me just check these comments over here. Good evening. They said, can I tell you, the day was phenomenal. All of them are good. But what in the world today? There's a reason why today was so intense and so powerful. We're going to talk about that tonight. I believe you. It was absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Yvette says, I got to start over. I think I've been going to sleep and my mind been all over the place. And there's a reason your mind's been all over the place. This teaching, this conversation is going to help you tonight. And do start over. Don't give up. Don't become discouraged.
Go ahead and start over and follow through. Do not quit. No matter how bad, no matter how many times you got to start over, don't give up. Start over and keep going. Okay? No matter what. No matter what. Energy has been very high with the morning meditation. Yes, it has. Man, you guys are on it. I'm going to talk about it tonight. We're going to talk about it. We are definitely going to talk about it. Yeah, you see I got the earphones on. I'm learning a little more about how to make the sound better. If you have been listening, you can notice tonight that the sound is way better than what it was. I told you I've been doing some upgrading. So we're on our way. We're gonna be as excellent and as professional as we can. Bridget says, I sometimes do the meditation in the afternoon when I'm more awake if I fall asleep in the morning. That's a good thing. As long as you don't break the chain, you're doing good. Just don't miss a day. Morning or evening, or preferably both. But definitely don't don't break the change. Don't quit. Keep moving forward. And as I said to all of you before, that if you happen to miss us in the morning at 6:30 for our morning meditation, Facebook is acting real crazy and they'll mute the videos and everything like that. But you can go to the website, and all of the meditations are on the website. Go to the website and click the empowerment tab, and you'll see all of the videos right there so that you'll be able to use them throughout the entire 90 days. Go to the website. I reached a whole new level of meditation on day 5 and 6. All right. I almost couldn't feel my body. It was great. There you go. I'm so excited for you. That's terrific. That is terrific. Is your husband doing it along with you? Please say yes. I hope he is. I hope he's participating. I know at one time he was listening in. I hope that he's participating and doing the meditation along with you. It's a good thing for the two of you to do together. I had no energy on today, actually. Okay, well, we're gonna talk about that in just a few moments. We are definitely going to talk about that. All right, y'all forgive me. I have developed a sty. Got dust particles in my eye, and so my eye's a little bit swollen from that little sty, but that's not going to stop anything. It's just a little irritating, that's all. But it's okay. We're going to move forward, okay? All right, so let's get into managing and mastering your energy. Energy can be managed, it can be mastered, it can produce magic. It is your magic wand. It's your abracadabra. It's your hocus pocus. It's your open sesame. Because everything that exists in the universe, everything that exists in nature, in the earth, is energy. Everything has its genesis and its existence as energy. Everything is energy. We've had this conversation before. Energy that has taken on form. Even those things that don't appear to be moving are moving, but they are moving at such a rate that with your naked eye you cannot see it. And so it appears as a solid form, but if you look at it microscopically, you see that the elements and particles that make up that particular thing are moving at a frequency or a pace or speed that we call kinetic energy or energy in motion. Everything that exists is energy. Everything is energy. Now, this gets, some who are from the Christian persuasion a little bit, tossed or thrown off. It's like, because they get real, tough when you start using terminology that's normally not used in the Christian arena. But please don't get caught up on the what's the word I'm looking for? But don't get caught up on the wording, is what I'm saying. That, whether you're using the term energy or spirit, they're synonymous with each other. Okay, so don't get caught up with that, and don't let anyone make you feel bad, guilty, or anything else like that. It's like, oh, I don't believe in no energy. I believe in the Holy Ghost. Well, that's energy. That's spirit. That's force. That's presence. That's power. All of those words are synonymous with each other. All of them mean the same thing. So we're talking about energy in motion, kinetic energy, or spirit in motion, when the Spirit of the Lord moved upon the face of the deep, and God said, "Let there be light." Okay, that's kinetic energy. That is spirit in motion, energy in motion, moving. That's the word semantics. I couldn't get it for a minute there. It just didn't pop into my head. So don't get hung up on the semantics. Thank you, Theresa. Don't get hung up on the semantics. Don't let anybody throw you off with that. All right. Everything is energy. And we are individuations of that divine energy, or that divine spirit, the all of everything, the divine mind, and the creator of the universe that we call God. We are individuations or divine expressions of that spirit in three-dimensional form. We are not humans having a spiritual experience, but we are spirit having a human experience. We are spirits being human, not humans being spiritual. We are spirits being human. We are kinetic energy in motion, kinetic energy housed in three-dimensional form. Organic form. That's who we are. And everything in the universe is made up of this same energy or same spirit. Everything that exists, since everything has its genesis with God, and God is that ultimate divine energy, a source of all things, then all that exists is an individuation and a formation of energy as planets, as stars, as trees, as grass, as animals, and as us spirits being humans. Okay? All of it energy. The law of oneness says then that because all of us emanate from God, have our genesis with God itself, then we are not only individuations of God in the earth, but we remain as God in the earth, and so does every other thing that has been created by God. And if all of those things are individuations of God and remain connected to God because they're created by God, then all of those things, including us, are intertwined and interconnected. All of us finding our beginning and ending in and as God. So I'm connected to nature, and nature is connected to me. I'm connected to the universe, and the universe is connected to me. I'm connected to all of the planets and spaces and times, dimensions, and they are connected to me. Everything is interconnected, and everything is affected by the other. Yes, everything that is happening in your life has either a visible immediate effect or an invisible and delayed effect on everything else in the universe. The chaos theory or the butterfly effect says that something that can happen here in this moment begins to reverberate out like all of the ribbons that stream out from a drop that's dropped into the water, creating ripples and waves. Well, that's what happens. Your actions, your choice, your emotions ripples out like waves going across time and space and dimensions. And we may not see the full effect of them for hundreds of years when you have already transitioned out of this form and have taken on other forms, or you are one in that sacred eternal space. So why am I saying all of this? Because when you understand this oneness and you understand this interconnectivity that all of us share together, then it's easy for you to begin to understand that the movements that take place in the universe have a definite effect and effect on all of us. They have a definite effect on all of us. It's well known that the phases of the moon have an intense effect and impact on our moods, at least what we call moods or emotions. When waxing and waning moons believed to bring in a sense of restless energy, full moons ushering feelings of love and lust, and dark moons promoting a reflective and a more melancholy state. Most experts believe that the functions and fluctuations in the Earth's gravitational field are responsible for the shifts in our moods, because it shifts the energy that's happening in the planet or this plane of consciousness. This change in the gravitational field can create a disturbance throughout the universe and even cause a disturbance within our own nervous system, altering the levels of neurotransmitters and transmissions that are taking place in us, and our serotonin levels begin to rise and fluctuate and fall, being affected by the energy shifting that's happening around the planet. Okay? Are you following me? I want to make sure that everybody's following what I'm saying, because I want to get a little further, a little bit deeper in, but I wanted to give you this as a foundational understanding. So when I start talking about how you manage and master this energy, because since we understand that everything is energy, and this energy is interconnected and intertwined with us, and we are connected to it, but we are the divine individuations of God. We are the vehicle through which God has chosen to experience and express itself in three-dimensional form. We possess the full divinity of God bodily. That is, we are divine spirit. We are not just spirit. Everything is spirit, everything is energy, but we are divine spirit. And we've learned that what makes divinity is that we are omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniactive, all-knowing, all-powerful, in every place at the same time, and always creating. We are an omniactive, omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent spirit, a divine spirit. We are divinity in a t-shirt. divinity in jeans, divinity in a dress or in a suit or a tie, divinity with locks in your hair, divinity, okay? In whatever way you present or show up in the world, you are walking, moving, living, breathing divinity in three-dimensional form. That divinity that you are gives you a certain authority that is both ability and authority, a certain power, ability and authority over all other energy or spirit that exist throughout the universe. We are not here, and please understand this, a lot of people, especially some from the Christian persuasion, get it twisted because they look for demons and devils everywhere. And so they're like, they're out here worshiping the universe. We are not here to worship or serve the universe. The universe serves us. Let me say that again. We are not here as divine spirits to serve the universe. We don't serve nature. We don't serve angels. We don't serve spirits. We don't serve any of those things. They are designed to serve us. We are the representation of God in the earth. Everything else is designed to serve our highest good. We, when I say we, I'm speaking in terms of all of humanity in this dimension and across the dimensions throughout the multiverse. We are designed, yes, everything is designed rather to serve our highest good. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Yes, Bridget, yes. I'm hoping that the shift in your perspectives will raise your vibration and cause you to begin to see things a lot clearer. Everything is here to serve us. You've heard me say before, all of the universe, all the energy, the force, or the spirit that exists throughout the universe, all the energy, the force, and spirit that exists throughout nature are all conspiring for you and I, our highest good, to bring into three-dimensional form and experience or manifestation the highest vision of our life that we create. That's their job. That's their job 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, 366 days in leap year. Their job is to conspire, yes, to bring into three-dimensional experience and expression and form to manifest our highest vision of ourselves that we've created. Are you hearing what I'm saying? We are not here to serve them. So we're not worshiping the moon, or worshiping the sun, or worshiping, Mars or Venus. We're not worshiping a zodiac. We're not subject to any of these things. They are in place and they function and they operate and they create fields of energy, surges of energy that are all designed to serve us. They are tools and mechanisms, are systems that are put in place for us to be able to use to curate our life, to create the vision that we desire to experience in this three-dimensional form. Let me say that again, that every single one of those things, everything in the universe, everything in nature is a tool. It is a mechanism. It is a system designed for our use to be able to curate our life. Everything. And so when I say to you, nothing is against you, Everything is for you. I mean exactly that. That's taken from the sacred text in the Bible that says that all things are working together for good. Are you hearing me? Everything is interconnected and intertwined to work together for our good, because we love God, of course, because we love ourselves, we love God, and we are the called according to its purpose. We are the called according to its purpose. And so everything is somehow working together for our good. In another place in the same text, it says that if God is for us, it uses the term if there, not to say that there's a possibility that God isn't, but it is simply saying, stating it in this form of saying, since God is for us, who can be against us? Everything is for us. Absolutely nothing is against us, because everything is designed to serve our highest good. Are you hearing what I'm saying to you tonight? So all this energy that exists in the universe, all of these individuations of energy, pockets and forms and formations, systems and occurrences, events, mechanisms are all set in place to aid us in curating the life that we desire, to bring to manifestation the highest vision that we have for our life. So then even the gravitational shifts in the Earth's atmosphere and throughout the universe are not accidental. They are not coincidental. They are perfectly timed for us to be able to take advantage of these movements or shifts in the system to use to our advantage. Every one of the systems of stars and constellations that exist throughout the universe, yes, they are put in place not by accident, not by incident. It's not just some happenstance, but they are divinely placed in order to give us a unique experience in the earth and give us at our disposal divine spiritual tools that we are able to employ in curating the life that we desire. Are you hearing what I'm saying to you? Everything. That's the reason that you can go and stand in the water and you can feel the vibration from the water flowing through your entire being, the movement of the waves and the ocean, the feel of the sand shifting beneath your feet, the warmth of the water, its movement. It may just be around your ankle, but you feel it resonate through your entire being because you are connecting with something that is a part of you. You can go out and just sit among nature and be around flowers, or stand and put your arms on a tree and hold on to it, and you feel the vibrational energy coming from it because you are connected to it, and it is designed to do your bidding, to give you whatever it is that you desire from it, that it's designed to bring to you. Are you hearing what I'm saying? There is a reason that photosynthesis works the way that it does. No man put that in place. Are you hearing me? It's not some accident that photosynthesis works the way that it does, that we are surrounded by vegetation and trees and that they just happen to give off The elements that we need to survive, oxygen, and that we just happen to breathe out, the elements that they need in order to survive. We are intertwined and interconnected. Are you understanding what I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen? We are one with nature, one with the universe, and they are one with us. And as we align ourselves harmoniously, perfectly with the divine, all of everything that is with God, then the universe and all of nature, all the energy and force that exists throughout the multiverse automatically aligns itself with us. Yes. Yes. Because it flows out of God, through us, as us, into the universe, and the universe responds like a genie. Thy wish is my command. That's why that whole creative process of thought, word, deed is so powerful, because what we hold as our most dominant thought informs our words, our thoughts, rather, our perspective, and then informs our words and informs our actions. And when we release that energy, that's what our words are, spirit and life, or energy in motion. When we speak it into the atmosphere, that energy released from us as a divine being causes a chain reaction within the universe and nature, and it understands that it must align itself with that energy that has been released from this divine being. And so you say, I am in need, want, lack, or scarcity, and the universe says, okay, I gotta give you need, lack, want, and scarcity, because that's what you released into the atmosphere. And what is making the 90 days of abundance so powerful is retraining, transforming, reconfiguring our thoughts so that we begin to release from our mouth and with our actions, corresponding actions, the energy that is needful to give the command of abundance to the universe and nature, so that it then can bring us a three-dimensional representation of that which we have spoken into the earth as a divine being. When we declare it, yes, then the universe responds. I didn't mean to go on a long diatribe about that, because I still got a lot more that we haven't even gotten into what I really wanted to deal with. So this power, this energy, this force, this spirit that our words represent, our words are a living spirit, moving, kinetic energy, powerful force that we release into the universe that crosses over the barriers of time and space and dimensions, going and gathering all the elements and the particles necessary to bring into form and experience that which we have declared. Then we have to learn how to manage and master that energy. That is the energy from within that we generate from within us. But there is energy at work all around us in the universe. So learning to manage and master energy is both internal and external. Here we go. Are you ready? Lord have mercy. I've used 40 minutes already. I got 20 minutes to try and get through all of this. It is both internal and external. We have focused for a good long period of time now. I've been talking to you about how to manage your internal energy, your thoughts, your words, your deeds. I've taught you about that creatorial power and that process. I've taught you about managing your thoughts, how you manage your words, how you master your deeds and manage your deeds to align with what is your highest vision for yourself. But tonight I want to talk to you about the external energy that surrounds us all, the spirit energy force that is surrounding us throughout the universe, throughout the multiverse, all around us. When there is movement in the gravitational field or shifts in the alignments of the planets that we are experiencing right now, there is a reason that you are having these wild shifts and changes in energy and force, these surges of energy that are taking place at this particular time. I want to turn your attention to this. I posted about this when it first started almost a month ago, and haven't had a chance to really have this conversation with you until tonight. We are experiencing a shift in the force or the energy, the gravitational field of the planet, because right now Mars is in Gemini. That is, Mars in its rotational placement and alignment has aligned itself in the house or the space of Gemini, the constellation Gemini, and it will remain there. Well, when it started, it would have remained there for 7 months. We're right at about 6 months, maybe 6 months and a week. Yeah, about 6 months and a week now. It will remain there for the next 6 months, approximately 1 week. It's going to remain there. Now, why is this so important? Each of the planets represent different things as it relates to our human experience in the earth. And I'm not going to go through all of those planets tonight because I'm already running out of time. I want to focus on the one that's affecting us now, and that is Mars. Well, even though we also have a retrograde going on at the same time, but that's a whole nother conversation. I'll get to that one if I have time. But I want to talk about the one that is continuing for the next 6 months and probably approximately about another 6 months and a week. It is Mars in Gemini. Mars represents our energy. Okay? Mars represents our energy. It represents our motivation. It represents our physical intimacy, our aggression, conflict, and it gives us our confidence, or not gives it to us, but ignites and affects our confidence. Let me say that again. Mars represents our energy. It represents our energy, our motivation, our physical intimacy, and don't just think in terms of sex. Sex is an intimate act, but that all of you on here know that intimacy involves so much more than just sex. Okay? Aggression, conflict, and it also affects our confidence. So energy during this period of time, while Mars is sitting in Gemini, is going to feel a little bit wild and chaotic because it's sitting with the twins. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It is sitting with the twins. It is sitting with the two sides of the mirror, two sides of the same coin. It is sitting in Gemini, so there is a wild, almost feeling chaotic fluctuation in our energy, motivation, our physical intimacy. We run in hot and cold, our aggression. You find yourself real quick, 0 to 100. Or 100 to 0. It can be either one of those. One moment you're 0 to 100, the next moment you're 100 to 0. conflict as well. And people have a negative connotation about conflict, but conflict and confrontation can be very positive if they are channeled in the right direction. Okay, but you have to be mindful of this kind of energy that is surging around the planet and affecting all of humanity. And as many of you have been saying, that you've been having these experiences where it seems like your feelings and emotions are all over the place. Your mind is running at 100 miles an hour. You feeling this spurge and splurge of intensified energy, the energy of creativity, the energy of intimacy, the energy of aggression, the energy of conflict and confrontation, confidence, this energy to go out and to be extroverted and conversational, and then other times not wanting to be bothered, wanting to be isolated and left alone. And it seems to shift almost from moment to moment to moment. This energy by nature, and please, I'm probably going to have to explain this a little bit. This energy by nature or origin is a dark energy. Most energy begins as dark energy or dark matter. Ladies and gentlemen, please, I need you to escape from the programming that's been given to especially us by the colonizers to think that everything that is black or dark is evil. When I speak of dark energy and dark matter, there is nothing evil, there is nothing bad, there is nothing negative about that. Just about every energy that exists, before it becomes light, it begins as dark energy or dark matter that is transmuted into form that serves us. Okay? So this energy begins as dark matter. That is the rawest form of energy. Energy that is not concentrated and not, what's the word I'm looking for? Focused. It's not concentrated or focused, but it is just like shooting out in various directions, fluctuating in its intensity. And it is up to us, the divine beings in human form, to take this energy that has been put in place, this dark matter, this dark energy from which we can create whatever we desire, and cause it to be transmuted into light form that serves us, that serves our highest vision, to take it and to focus it, to channel it and transmute it so that it does for us exactly what it is designed. It's like you have been given a diamond in its rawest form, and so it looks a mess. It looks like it's worthless. It looks like just some ugly rock, but it is up to you now to compress it. To compress it and put it under pressure and chip away it and reform it until it takes the shape and gives you the clarity of sparkle that you desire. Are you hearing what I'm saying? That's what this energy is like. And it's given to us as a gift. It is given to us as a gift. Raw, undeveloped, unshaped, unconcentrated, unfocused energy for us to take and to begin to create whatever it is that we desire in this moment. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So many ideas and opportunities are going to come during this period of time for the next now 6 months and almost a week. So you need to be sure about what you are giving your energy to. and the time and the things that you are giving your energy to, as well as the people that you give your energy to. You want to make sure that you are giving it to those things that will serve your highest version or vision for your life. Because this raw energy now, you can create and curate whatever you desire. This is a period of time, and you understand that the law of rhythm says that everything moves at a certain specific and distinct rhythm, that there's a rhythm that establishes the seasons and the cycles and the times and the days and the patterns that exist in the earth. Everything operates not haphazardly, but according to a certain rhythm. And so this particular season or time or era that we find ourselves in, where Mars, the planet that represents energy, that most affects our energy, is sitting in the twin space, that this is a time where we're able to deal with both the light and darkness, the darkness and the light. Remember, light, according to divine scripture, light shines out of darkness. It is not light dispelling the darkness. Light shines out of darkness. Yes. Okay. But you need both the light and the darkness to get the full effect or the full force or essence of this energy that is being generated at this particular time. So you want both the connectivity, encounter, warmth, and koinonia that comes from fellowship, balanced with the need for time alone in isolation, and for you to be able to sit in your own presence and hear the sound of your own voice. So you need both the connectivity as well as the disconnection. You need both the closeness as well as the distance. You need both the intimacy as well as the separation. And you need to find that place of balance for you, because for every person it's different. For every person, I wish I could sit here and just tell you, well, do it this much and this. I can't. Every person is different. You have to find the balance for you in that space, not judging, neglecting, rejecting either one, neither the light or the darkness. Okay? Neither the connection or disconnection. Neither the intimacy or the separation, neither the warmth or the cold. Okay, you got the two sides of the same coin, the two experiences of the same thing from different perspectives. Are y'all understanding? Let me look at the comments to see if I'm missing anybody's questions. Oh man, you mean to tell me I'm living with one and now I have to go through the emotions which you must within yourself is what you meant, right? Oh yeah, you did. You put it there, within. Yes. But remember, you're in control. They don't control you. You control them. You are able to transmute that energy into form, to use it in the way that best serves you. Don't feel helpless or overwhelmed. Don't feel like you are subject to it. Remember, everything is designed to serve you. Let me say it again. Everything in your life, around your life, every encounter, every circumstance, every situation, Every relationship is designed to serve you. When you look at it through the lens of that understanding, then you're able to manage your energy and manage your response, what your emotional response is going to be. You're able to manage it. And now you want to not only be able to manage it, but you want to be able to master it. And there's a difference between the two, and I'm going to come to that in just a few moments. But let me unpack this whole Mars and Gemini for just a little bit more. Let me go down. Any more question? Power requires positive and negative. Absolutely. You can't drive a car without both the positive, and I don't like that word negative, but you need the two sides of the energy, because it's really not negative. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We don't have to participate. That's good. We don't have to participate in every thought that comes up. You absolutely do not. But the key is, don't judge the thought. Don't judge yourself by the thought coming up. Okay? If it comes up, sit with it, embrace it, allow it to pass, but don't judge yourself. And don't judge, where'd that come from? Oh, no, that can't be me. It was you. Where you think it came from? Okay? Don't judge it. Just let it pass and move on to the next thought. Okay? No judgment. No judgment. All right. So, let me keep going. So like I said, they're going to be, because of this energy surge, this intensity of energy, and I've been experiencing it like crazy. I mean, my sleep pattern's been all over the place. And people that know me well know that usually around about 10:30, I'm heading toward my bed. Man, my sleep pattern's been crazy. Even though I'm up every morning at 4:30, I'm finding myself sitting up to 12 and 1 o'clock and only getting a couple hours of sleep, and again, because my creativity is running wild. I'm having to do intense meditation in order to be able to calm my mind down so I can actually go to sleep, because all these ideas and thoughts and visions are coming into my mind and emerging from my soul because of this surge of energy. And there is both darkness and light flooding my conscious mind, and I'm having to bring it under subjection and to fine tune it and to hone it and to constrain it and to focus that energy so that I can direct it toward the things that I desire, and not just allow it to run wild and have me all over the place. Are you understanding what I'm saying? So you have this flood of ideas, and how many of you have been experiencing this surge of energy in the creative arena, where you are having all of these ideas? Maybe they're business ideas or design ideas or or event ideas. You're having all of these different ideas and different flashes and visions of, I can do this, or I should do this. And you find yourself kind of almost all over the place. Like, today you want to do this, tomorrow you want to do that, the next day you want to do this, then you want to do that. And it's like you got all of these different things that are running through your mind. And if you're not careful, it's hard for you to focus on one thing, because the energy is just shooting off in different places. That surge of creativity, your motivation has got your motor running almost at 1,000 miles per hour. And even though your body's tired, your mind is steadily running, and you can feel your body being tired, and yet your mind is saying, well, just one more thing, or just do this, or let's just do this, or let's just do that. And before you know it, if you're not careful in managing that energy, remember in the words of the text where it's purported that Jesus said, your spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. In other words, your spirit doesn't need rest. Your spirit and soul doesn't need rest. It doesn't need to eat. It doesn't need to sleep. It doesn't need to do any of that. It's your body that needs those things. And if you're not careful, that surge of energy, that kinetic force, that spirit in motion will have you going while the body is starting to burn out. You got to find the balance in there and be able to focus that energy. How many of you have been experiencing that? Let me go over here. Diana says, yes, I'm with you. I only sleep about 4 hours or less. Yes. And Gloria is saying yes as well, that she's having the same. Teresa saying her hands. There's Toya. Yes. I've been physically tired. And so, yes. Yeah. Yet at the same time, as physically tired and sleepy as you are, your mind is still racing. And you're having to now bring your mind to a place of peace and tranquility just to be able to rest. But because it's Gemini, you can feel that way today and tomorrow be on the other side of the spectrum where you don't feel like doing nothing. And you feel drained and you feel worn out and you feel like, you just blah. I don't even feel just, you don't want to do nothing but just laying there. You almost feel depressed. You're not depressed, but you almost feel depressed. Like everything is just blah. You don't want to go nowhere. You don't want to watch nothing. You don't even really want to eat. You just eat because you need to. And, you don't feel like being bothered. Don't want to answer the phone. Don't want this. Just leave me alone. And yet the day before, you were just full of energy and ready to just rip and run. Now, the opposite side of that is still energy, but it's energy at a different frequency. And it's still energy that you, or spirit, that you have to manage. You got to focus it. So this is where your conscious mind has to be stronger than what you are the emotional effect that this energy is having on your physical. Okay? So many ideas and opportunities are coming your way during these next 6 months in a week. So you have to be sure about who you're giving your energy to, the things, the people, the places that serve you best, that you are focusing your energy on those things that serve you best. Every idea is not a God idea. Even though it may be a good idea, it may not be a God idea. In other words, it may not be an idea that you need to pursue. You have to determine within your own divine self, is this something I need to pursue, that I need to focus my attention and my energy on? Or is it something that's just a good idea? Maybe somebody else needs to take that and run with it, but that's not what I'm focused on at this moment. This is why life visioning is so important. This is why the meditation that we're doing is so important, that you take the time in that meditative state to create the highest version and vision for your life that you desire, so that you're able to use that vision as your point of focus, so that you bring that energy in, so it's not shooting all over the place, and direct it like a laser at that vision. This is why vision boards are such a great and effective tool. It's a great tool because it's a good way to focus your mind and you placing your energy in that place. Remember that also the law of attention, what you give attention to, you give intention to. If your attention's all over the place, you're giving intention to a bunch of different things. That's some things you don't even desire. But if you can keep your attention focused, that is a way of focusing your energy, managing your energy through the law of attention. Give your attention to those things that you desire most. In the Bible text as well as the Quran, it says to attend unto the Lord without distraction. In the Quran, it says attend unto those things that you desire without movement. In other words, it's both are speaking of the law of intention, a law of attention rather. It is one of the tools that we use in order to hone and constrain and focus our energy by using our attention, giving our attention to the things that we intend to give intention to. Not giving your attention to things that you don't want to manifest in your life. That's why we talk about not giving your attention, especially during this 90 days of abundance, not giving your attention to lack, to need, to want, and scarcity, all of those illusions, because you will bring them into a real experience for you because you keep giving your attention to them. But if your attention is on abundance, you operate from the space of abundance, from the conscious space of abundance, then you will give intention to abundance, and abundance flows out of you and then begins to come back reflecting in three-dimensional form to you. Okay? I was like, yes. Bree says, she was like, so true. I was just like, what happened? I was so crunk, and then all of a sudden fell off the cliff. I was just like, where'd my energy go? It didn't leave. It just shifted. It's a different type of energy. You get to control and manage it with your attention. Use the law of attention to give intention, focus to your energy. So if you've been feeling stuck, lazy, sick, bored, depressed, lethargic, or just plain blah, these are all about to pick up dramatically during the course of these next 6 months and a week. You're going to begin to feel this burst and surge of energy. And when the surge, did you hear what I said? Surge of energy, surge, not demonstrates, surge insinuates or infers rather that it is not a constant, because it's Gemini. It is a surge, momentary. So it is up to you to capture that surge and then cause it to remain for as long as you desire. To capture the surge. When that energy is pulsating, capture that surge of energy. Focus it like a laser with your attention on the thing that you most desire. Whatever your vision is for your life. Use your vision board. Use your journal. Use your meditation book. Use all of those things to focus that energy on what you intend to manifest. Okay, don't let it just drag you. You're not here to serve it. It's here to serve you. Don't let it just drag you off you're getting drugged by the hair all down the road and through the street, down the stairs and everywhere, thrown up against the wall. Man, please grab that energy and make it work for you. You have to manage it. And when you learn to manage it correctly through the law of attention, you'll eventually be able to master it. Mastering meaning that you're able to control its pulsations, impulses, and to create it, those surges, whenever you desire. I'm coming. Let me finish this right here. You will begin to feel the desire to work, to constantly be busy, to be in motion, to be creating things, to be doing things. Don't let this overwhelm you. You have to pace yourself by using the law of attention to focus that energy. Know that it's okay. It is absolutely okay for you to disconnect, to take some time away from whatever it is that you've been doing, whoever it is you've been giving your time to. It's okay to disconnect, not for good, not forever, but for just a breather, for a moment, to yourself, so that you're able to gather and collect your thoughts and refocus your attention. It's okay to disconnect, to go into a space of plain meditation and rest and mindfulness and relaxation, so that you're able to gather all of your thoughts and bring all of that energy into focus, so that it is focused upon what it is that you envision for your life. Disconnecting from social media, from hanging out with this one or that one, or friends or loved ones, or spending some time in solitude, isolation, spending some time away and just alone with yourself is absolutely okay. Give yourself permission to say no. Give yourself permission to disconnect. Give yourself permission to do some self-maintenance on your, I was about to say on yourself, self-maintenance on yourself. If it's self-maintenance, clearly it's on yourself, okay? To do some self-maintenance, okay? It is okay for you to disconnect. Give yourself permission to do so. Mars in Gemini pushes us to have to begin to reckon with what we might not normally want to reckon with. And I had an experience like this. Just the last night, I had a visitation. Centered around an issue in my life story, my history, that I had struggled with, had caused me much consternation for years now. And I had a visitation, one simple visitation, that cleared all of that up. I did some shadow work, and in the midst of that, I had one visitation that cleared all of that up and relieved me of an issue that I had been fighting, struggling, wrestling with. When I say for years, I mean for years. For years. Okay? That's this energy. Pushes us to reckon with, to face, to confront those things that we probably normally wouldn't. We've kind of just learned to live with. We've fallen into survival mode, or we pushed off in the back of our mind, and we just don't think about it, don't talk about it, don't deal with it. This energy is pushing you into that space, almost forcing you to confront you and have to deal with some of those unhealed, broken areas in your life. Now, I say almost forced because, of course, you're not forced to do anything, but it'll bring it right up to your face, where if you choose not to deal with it, you're going to have to look it right in the face and still choose not to deal with it. Okay? It also equips us with a language to be able to name it all, to name it. I've been having this thing. I'm not quite sure. I can't put this energy that is at play now will give you a language to be able to name it, to label it. When you see it, to confront it and to label it so that you're able to better get a handle on it and to deal with that energy and transmute it. To name it all sharply, without any politeness, without any filter. Call it exactly what it is. If you can't tell nobody else the truth, tell yourself the truth. Okay? Now, this can be both it can feel both constructive and destructive, but it's not really destructive. It is just deconstructing what no longer serves you. It is releasing what no longer serves you so that you're able to move on and expand in your consciousness. So be mindful of how you wield this sword. You use this energy over these next 6 months. Now, let me talk a little bit more, and I'm over time by 15 minutes, so this is going to be quick. But let me talk a little bit more about what the difference between managing and mastering. Managing is you're dealing with these surges of energy, whether it's creative energy, intimacy, confrontation, aggression, confidence, whatever form this energy happens to take. It is your having to deal with it, focus it, constrain it, to bring it into subjection, transmute it so that it is laser focused at what it is that you desire. All of that is management. Mastering is when you come to the place where you understand the type of energy that you need in the moment, and you're able to summon it up at that moment and put it into action. You're able to employ the energy that is available to you, always available, regardless of the planetary alignment, regardless of the energy field of the earth shifting from here to there. Because you are a divine being, once you learn to manage energy, you can move to the next step of learning to master it and able to summon the energy that you desire, whatever it is that is necessary for the moment, to summon that energy up and use it or employ it to do your bidding. That's mastering the energy. That's mastering the energy. It's the difference between going into your dream state where the soul is experiencing this limitless, infinite liberation that allows it to experience itself being in every dimension here and there. And so your dreams are taking on all of these different forms and images that occur, and then getting to the place where you're able to use that same state to direct your dream into the dimension and place and space that you desire. Now, I know that sounds far-fetched to some of you. I'm glad Toya's on here. Toya's ex-husband, there was a time that he was ill. He had a severe event take place. I don't want to put his business out there, but it caused him to be in the hospital and being unconscious. And so no one was able to really communicate with him. And because I had learned how to master certain energies, then I was able to go into his dream and to communicate with him through his dream life. And Toya is a witness. When he woke up out of that state, that unconscious state, he stood up before the whole church that I was pastoring at that time, was saying, I was unconscious and in that state. And I was his pastor. So he said, Pastor came in my dream and he talked to me. I almost wanted to tell him to hush because I didn't want everybody to know. Because, church folk can get real funny. It's like, what do you mean? Came in his dream? That's witchcraft. Oh, the devil. Oh. Shut up, somebody get the oil. The demons. It's not witchcraft. It's mastering energy. Okay. Yeah, there it is. Toya's like, yes, this is true. So, I'm not making it up. Oh, that's right. Diana, you were there. Diana was there too. She's like, yes, he did say that. Okay. And I've had several experiences like that. Another young lady who was one of the ministers there at the church, one of the elders there, and her her niece was in a unconscious coma state, and just before her transition, and her parents and which was the elder's sister and brother-in-law, were in an emotional state of wanting to be able to know if she could hear them, if he could communicate with them. And so I used that ability to be able to transmute that energy and enter her cognitive unconscious state and have conversation and kind of serve as a conduit through which they were able to ask her questions, and she was able to respond through me and me speaking to her. Again, not something that I publicize a lot because I know church folk. That's witchcraft. You're a warlock. You that's with them demons. No, I just understand who I am and the energy that I'm able to master. Okay, that's mastering your energy. And listen to me. Are you listening? There is nothing special about me. Well, I'm special. I'm wonderful. I'm cute. But anyway, what I mean, y'all know I got to be silly. Okay. Well, when I say special, I'm saying whatever I'm able to do, you're able to do, and anybody else is able to do. I've just given my time and my energy, my focus on learning how to master that energy. Learning to master it, learning to master the spirit world, learning to master the energy fields that exist throughout the universe. Same words, don't get caught up in the semantics. Energy or spirit world, kingdom of God or the universe. I've learned how to master it. And that's the difference between managing and mastering. Managing is a reactive. Mastering is acting. Managing is reactive. You are responding to the surge of energy or the shifts of energy that are taking place in the universe and in the atmosphere or in the spirit world. Okay. Mastering is when you are able to create the force, the surge, or the spirit to summon that at the time that you desire for the purpose that you desire. That's the difference between managing and mastering. Now, some of you might be saying, well, okay, how do I master it? Time, practice. You thought I was going to say something deep, revelatory, some kuna masha, hakuna matata. No. Time, practice. I've invested years of my life, okay, focused on learning how to master this energy, our spirit. Learning how to be a divine being. And not that I've mastered all of it, because I haven't. I'm still learning how to master different types of energy, different types. I have nowhere near reached the apex of everything that my divine being is able to do. Nowhere near it. Okay? But I am constantly digging and learning and working to perfect those things. Are you hearing what I'm saying? And that's how you master it. Now that you are consciously aware of it, then you are able to start learning. Start by learning how to manage it. How to manage, manipulate it, how to focus it, constrain it, how to bring it under subjection and cause it to serve you, how to aim it by using the law of attention to bring about the manifestation of what you intend. And then as you go on doing that, you begin to enter that space of mastering, learning how to summon up certain anointings, spirit, energy, power, force, all of these words. Lord have mercy, make me tired saying all these words. for whatever the moment is, whatever it is that you desire to accomplish in the moment. You have the ability to do it. It's in you. Time, practice. Time, practice. That's all there is to it. You don't have to be a prophet, evangelist, pastor, apostle, teacher, bishop, guru, messenger. You don't have to be master teacher, master this, that, and the other, Buddha, or any other third Krishna. You simply invest the time and the practice, and you can master it. Remember, it's all here to serve you. It's all here to serve you. Everything is to serve you. You are the God of your garden. Nothing can exist in your world, in your life, in your reality, unless you give it permission to be there. So you can either create it or you can deconstruct it and replace it. You're in control. You have the power, both the authority and the ability to curate your life. So tonight I want you to begin to start with managing the energy that's happening, that's taking place right now. This is a phenomenal time. You can be so productive. You can get so much done. Any ideas that you have on your vision board that you have been kind of putting off and waiting on to really start pursuing, now is the time for you to hone in with a laser focus on those things and pursue and overtake them. Whatever it is. Whatever, if it's the launch of a business, if it's going back to school, if it is, getting in shape, losing weight, moving to another place, if it is building a new relationship and launching off into that, and whether it's a marriage or a, boyfriend, girlfriend, I don't know, those terms are kind of immature, but you understand what I mean. A partnership, with someone else, this is a good time for you to go. If that's your heart's desire, go after it. Go after it. Okay? Please understand, it is a choice. Lord have mercy. I don't know why I'm going down this road, but I feel like I need to. It is a choice. You don't fall in love like it's some cosmic accident. You tripped over a log. Ooh, I didn't try. Oh my goodness, how'd I end up over here in love? Like you just fell over a log and bump your head or something. No. It's a choice. It's a choice. And it's a choice you have to continuously make every single day. Love lasts for as long as you want it to last. That intimacy, that closeness, that harmony in the relationship will last as long as you choose for it to last. When it no longer lasts, it's because you and that person have made a conscious choice to no longer generate that in your relationship. It's not their fault. It's not just their fault. And it's not just your fault. It is the two of you making a conscious decision that we're no longer going to do this, that this relationship no longer serves me. So I'm going to give my attention to something else. But as long as you give your attention to it, as long as you give your attention to it, you are giving intention to it. And you choose to continue to love that person, to be intimate, to be close, to be open, to be trusting, to be honest, to be naked and not ashamed. Every single day, sometimes 10 times a day, you have to keep making the same choice. You are the God of your garden. The energy is there. If your relationship is frazzled at this moment, you have the power, the ability, and the authority to smooth it out and bring it into alignment and harmony if you choose to. Not going to just happen. I'm just praying about it. You praying all you want to. That ain't going to do nothing. You got to choose. Prayer should be affirmative. You're making an affirmation of what your intentions are. You have to choose. You have to choose. While I'm over there, it'll become clear eventually. Evidently, there's one of you 14 people that's on here that need to hear. Maybe there's more than one, okay, that need for me to say that to you. You got to choose it. You got to choose it. It's not going to just happen. It's not going to just happen. You're not just going to be successful because you hoping and wishing. You're not going to be have a successful career, a successful business, a successful life just because you hoping and wishing. Are you hearing what I'm saying? You're not going to be happy just because you hoping and wishing, and nobody can make you happy. You have to choose to channel your energy into that area and choose happiness. Choose to be happy. Choose to be at peace. Choose to walk in joy. Choose to live in abundance. The energy there is a system, a tool, a mechanism, a vehicle that you can use. It is not abundance. It is a tool to bring you a three-dimensional representation of the abundance that you are and that you choose. I'm way over time. I'm like 32 minutes over my time. Great day in the morning. All right. So I'm going to stop right there. We'll be back in the morning. Please don't forget, meet me here at 6:30 in the morning for our morning meditation as we continue this 90 days of abundance. I'm telling you, I'm excited about the outcome. I know you're already seeing the effects of it, but it only gets more intense and more profound and more pronounced as we go further. So don't miss a day. Don't quit. If you had to start over, fine. Start over, but keep going. Do not quit. Jump on with us in the morning for our morning meditation at 6:30. If you have not signed up for the free text notification so you don't miss a thing, even our morning meditation or our empowerment sessions on Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. and Thursday nights at 7:30, go ahead and sign up for the free text notification. Text the word emerge to the number 833-444-0163 and you'll be enrolled in our free text notification. You'll always get a text right before we get ready to go on the air so you don't miss a thing. Do that right now before you get off this live so that you don't forget it. Go ahead and do it now. Text the word emerge to 833-444-0163 so that you'll always know when we're getting ready to come on and you're able to participate. I'm encouraging you, those of you who may have missed a day or maybe you missed us in the morning at 6:30, you just didn't get up in time, do your meditation at night. If you can't join us in the morning. As I said, they are muting the meditation on Facebook. I do not understand why they keep doing that, but it's okay. Go over to the website. Here's the web address again, and click on the empowerment tab, and you'll see all the meditations, all 8 of them that we've done so far, 2 more to go of the 10. And you'll be able to use them again and again. By the time the 90 days is up, you will have done all 10 of these focus principles 9 times. They are on the website. Go there and check it out whenever you desire. All right. So if you'd like to, don't forget to please be intentional and deliberate about giving all during this process. whether it's giving to me or giving to others. You give as much as you can. Look for opportunities to give throughout your day, every single day. Give of your time, your talent, your smile, your joy, your peace, your love, your money. Give of your substance, your resources, your opportunities, your connections. Give, 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 give. That is your magic. That is your esoteric science that you are using to enact all the other laws that tend to prosperity in the universe. You're enacting them in your favor by being a giver. For those of you who would like to give to me, give to this work that we're doing here, you can use the information that's on your screen. As I've said before, this is no hustle, it's no game, it's no gimmick. I'm not trying to sell you no miracle spring water or blessed handkerchiefs or any of the other craziness. I am just giving you a channel through which you can give if you desire to do so. Use either of those means that you see on your screen right now. Those of you who are partners with the Emerge movement, then I have an expectation of you to be supportive in financially. But if you choose not to, that's up to you as well. Your partnership is not based upon finances. If you choose not to participate financially, you're still considered a partner. I still, support you, love you, pray for you, stand for you, teach you, pour into you regardless. But if you are a partner, and you want to give, use the vehicle of tithing to give to this work, or offering, or whatever other title or vehicle that you want to use, use the means that you see on your screen. We greatly appreciate it. I appreciate your generosity. As I've said, I sent out a text to all of you that we are in the midst of upgrading the system. That's why the sound is sounding so good. Still have some other upgrades to go. It's going to cost about $5,000 across the board to get everything done. If you'd like to contribute to that and help us with the upgrades, then I welcome it. I thank you for your generosity. If you don't choose to do so, that's absolutely okay as well. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you in the morning at 6:30 a.m. for morning meditation. Until then, you have an absolutely wonderful evening and a restful, peaceful sleep. Good night.